Hey, this is Allen at GuitarBreakdown.com again, and I'm going to talk a little bit about playing rhythm guitar. I've had the pleasure to play behind a lot of really great singers through the years, and one thing I learned from, once again, transcribing from rhythm guitar players who came they were much better than I'll ever be, guys like Paul Jackson Jr. Listening to rhythm parts is something that's really important to develop your playing in an ensemble, of course, because really, if you ever play with a band, I mean, 98% of what you do is playing rhythm with other players. So I learned how to develop rhythm guitar into, a lot of times it's like little 4-measure phrases, just like maybe a melody of a song would be, or a verse, or the structure of a song would be. Rhythm guitar playing is the same way. Oftentimes there's like a little pattern that repeats, like if I had a 3, 4. And at the end of the 4 measures, there's always like a little tag that kind of turns it around. So one thing you can do to improve your rhythm playing is just be aware and start listening to some old Michael Jackson records, or listening to like a Norah Jones record or a Sheryl Crow, and you're going to hear a lot of times the rhythm guitar players are playing in structured little sequences that don't ever step on the vocals. I mean, that's a big thing that you'll learn really fast if you ever play with a female singer, is how not to get in the way. But I developed my my rhythm playing by just getting out and doing it, and there's really no shortage of that. The best rhythm players that I know are the guys who grew up playing in church, who just played funky rhythm like all the time, and so they could just sit there and sit on it all day long. The important thing is to keep a metronome going in your body. I always have a leg bouncing, or a foot tapping, or a head. If you think of the greatest rhythm players, whether it's Marcus Miller on bass, or great bass players, or Jaco Pastorius bass, or Paul Jackson Jr., or George Harrison from the Beatles, they always have something kind of rocking on their body. So their time is always really good, because as long as they're dancing in time, it's going to fall in time. And then after that, it's like harmonically whatever the song calls for. And that's a whole nother can of worms. We can get into it in a later lesson. Thanks a lot.
Hey guys, David Clayton from GuitarBreakdown.com, and I want to thank you for stopping by watching another one of these videos. We hope you really enjoyed this little quick tip on rhythm playing by Allen Hinds. We had done another one on legato, so if you want to check that out, click the link down here. That brings you to the playlist, our Allen Hinds playlist on YouTube, and you will find a bunch of lessons, but also the legato quick tip that he did recently. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please click subscribe. That helps us know that you guys really like these videos and you want to see more. You can always obviously comment to let us know what other kind of stuff you're interested in us doing. And also on the last quick tips video on legato with Allen, we mentioned a DVD package kind of thing that we're going to have coming out. And so if you want to hear more of that, it's at the end of that video. But to touch on that, we did a lot of recording with Allen recently, and he breaks down this really long solo with a lot of great concepts and lines. I mean, literally there's a whole bunch of licks, but they don't sound like licks. There's a whole bunch, you can break them down into little phrases, and that's what we do. We break each one down in like a 2-measure phrase, and he talks about the technique he's using there. And then we go into a little legato section, and he starts talking about legato and breaking down his thought process on how he goes about legato. And he's pretty well known for having this smooth Allen Holdsworth type legato, and he's very influenced by Allen, and he talks about that. We do a whole interview section where we ask him about his influences, where he started, Berkeley, MI, session playing, everything. So I think you guys are really going to like this. I hope you stick around for it. We just finished transcribing the whole solo We did like 5 hours of videotaping Allen teaching this, and we're just about to finish, we're about to record our lesson section of this whole thing where we break down note for note everything that Allen's playing. So we hope you stick around for this. It's really going to be amazing. This is one of the things that we've been looking forward to doing with a couple artists, and Allen was the first one that we're doing this with. So hope you stick around for that, and we will see you on the next lesson. Thanks, guys.